I saw these glaciers with my own eyes in 3 years change drastically. And it gets kind of emotional watching that change so fast, but I did. I left a career to study these environments because I feel like we need to understand them now to be able to educate ourselves and how they're going to continue to change. By understanding them now, we can learn about the more important implications and how that's going to affect us as a species later. My name is Cody Hahn. I'm a PhD student at UAF UAA Co-op program. I graduated from UAA with my bachelor's in biology and natural sciences and decided to stick around and do a PhD with Dr. Brandon Briggs. And I am studying microbial ecology in extreme environments. So Dr. Briggs' lab is traveling throughout Alaska, and we are visiting different glacial sites, as well as mines or previous mines. And what we're interested in are looking at microbial communities found in these changing environments. And microbes have this amazing ability to respond quickly to a changing environment. So by documenting not only the changes that we're seeing in geochemistry, we can then make that correlation to the changing environmental microbiology in those areas. So how we sample these types of environments are we really take a look at the meltwater. So we filter the water that's coming off of glaciers or mining trails. At that point, we can capture the microbial community within those waters. We also take a number of measurements, geochemistry measurements, and what we can do is determine first, who is there, what kind of microbes are there, and also take a look at what environment they are living in, so what kinds of compounds they are found living with. I think one of the really cool parts about working in glacial environments are these microbes have been locked up for many, many years. So we could be finding species that are coming from meltwater that we never anticipated seeing. There could be a totally new group of species or genus even that have never been identified, and through our processes and our DNA sequencing we can then identify them, maybe understand their genetics a little bit more, and really determine like what it takes to live in these extreme environments. Some of the big picture ideas that we really are trying to refine, one of our teams that are here today are looking at rare earth extractions. So looking at these environments that have something special about their geochemistry allows us to look at the microbes who are contributing. Within these environments, we have species that could potentially be useful to us as humans, whether that be bioremediation later down the road, or in the sense of rare earth extractions, provide us with a method of mining for metals that we need for technology, however, are hard to come by, and unfortunately, a lot of those processes are really detrimental to the environment. As far as the glacial side goes, looking at what is happening during the change can help us better adapt to future changes, or maybe just bottom line understanding those changes, because here in Alaska we do have a lot of glaciers right now. A lot of the smaller communities and even Anchorage depend on glacier melt. Well, glaciers, once they're melted, they're gone. So what can we do to minimize our impact and honestly just get a better understanding of how those changes could affect downstream communities?